In this video, we will try to briefly understand a very interesting question: where do dogs go after they die? Everyone knows that dogs are faithful to humans throughout their lives. They take the place of a best friend. Undoubtedly, a dog and a person form a very close bond, which is difficult to break even after the death of a pet. Only with these animals do people have an incredible symbiosis, the essence of which is impossible to explain in a few words. There are different versions on this matter, but we will not dwell on them yet. This is the topic of a separate video. And probably all dog owners are interested in several questions at once. Where do dogs go after death? Is there a heaven for them? Do they have a soul? Let's start with the last question. Yes, a dog's soul exists. And not only does it exist, in energetic terms it is no different from the soul of a righteous person. Dogs are sinless. This is an indisputable fact. It is not for nothing that they say that a dog is a domestic animal that has all the virtues of a person and at the same time is devoid of his shortcomings. It is very likely that God sent his angels in the form of dogs to watch over humans, guide us and show us that true love does exist. It is no coincidence that Pope John Paul II, Bishop of Rome and head of the Roman Catholic Church, made some comments about dogs in heaven in 1990. According to Pope John Paul II, dogs have a soul and are as close to God as humans. More recently, Pope Francis has also encouraged pet owners to believe that their best friends will be with them in heaven. He explained that the universe will not be destroyed, but that every living being in it will reach its purest form. What lies ahead is not the destruction of the universe and everything that surrounds us, but rather it will bring everything to the fullness of being, truth and beauty. The Bible and the holy books of other religions do not directly reveal to us the truth whether our beloved dogs will be with us in heaven. However, we have every reason to believe that dogs and other animals also find their rightful place in heaven. In my opinion, pure and unspoiled, dogs are at the top of the list, and I think most of you will agree with me on this. But let's get back to the main topic of our video, the evidence of the existence of souls in dogs. When our pet dies, its soul still wanders around the house. You can hear the sounds that your pet made every day. These are the sounds of stomping paws, scratching claws on the floor and in the rooms, or the sound of a collar. These phenomena indicate the soul of a dog that wants to say hello, so it comes to its home. And this house is no longer threatened by troubles. Demons and other evil forces cannot live in such a house. Heaven for all pets is the same place as for people. A place where they feel good and comfortable. Dogs need people, both in life and after, because they love their owners. For this reason, they come only to their own home. You can often feel their presence when you do everyday things, or just relax on the couch. This feeling can be experienced by owners of an affectionate, playful dog who loved tenderness, for example, hugs. You increasingly begin to notice songs, melodies that are associated with your deceased dog and that he loved very much. These are not just songs that you accidentally heard. This is your dog's soul sending you greetings. It wants to say that everything is fine with her and she continues to love you. Sometimes a person has a feeling of depression, sadness and grief after the death of a pet. But suddenly, out of nowhere, joy comes to you. This is the connection that dogs maintain with their owners both during life and after death. This is how they communicate with you. And sometimes your sleep is interrupted by the feeling of being tickled by a dog's whiskers or fur. When a person is sleeping, the souls of the dead communicate very well. At this moment the exchange of information and energy is especially open. In this way, the dog calms you down, pities you and brings you a kind of relief. After such a visit, you feel in a good mood. It happens that after some time you find a new pet. You have found peace and are ready to tame a new friend. But do not think that you yourself are ready for this. A homeless cat spontaneously comes to you, or you save a wounded puppy, or friends give you a parrot. This is a sign that the soul of your dog wishes you happiness. wants you to find joy and make a new friend. Sometimes dogs even become guardian angels for their owners and all family members. In this case, the dog's soul does not go to heaven, but remains with the owner. This happens if the mental connection between a person and his dog during its life was very strong. In this case, the angel dog remains with the owner until his death and they go to heaven together. This may seem like fantasy, a fairy tale, but people's testimonies on this matter, which have become publicly available, confirm my words. The owner of the angel dog can even see it. It looks like a ghostly silver cloud in the shape of a dog. After all, our pets come into our lives for a reason. They teach us something, each in their own way. They love us much more than we love them. They allow us to relax and be ourselves. They love us simply because we exist. We need to give our love selflessly, from the bottom of our hearts, and our pets are a wonderful example of this.